up, everyone? Annyeonghaseyo, pmsblackqueen here with a K-drama review for you. We're reviewing I Order You, and this drama, you can watch this on Viki. I will leave all the information down below, links, as well as a brief synopsis about this drama that I'm watching. Let's dive into it, because there's a lot to talk about, and I do have my notes just in case I forget something, and I don't want to forget anything, because episode 12, OMG, episode 12 is so good. Listen at this. Alright, so Park Sung-ah, Yeo Gook Dae, they're at a park and they're talking, and we find out about the box. Remember, there was this box that Wifey told Park Sung-ah to look in. So she opens the box, of course, she looks in the box. We find out that the box is some pictures and memories of his guardian. Yeo Gook Dae had a guardian, a woman that took care of him, you know, an Ajima that took care of him, because his mother abandoned him. His mother hated him, did not like him. His parents split up when they were young. We find that out. And we find out that his mother abandoned him because he looks like his father and she hated the father. So, the Ajima passed away in a car accident. If that does not sound familiar to you, and it should sound familiar, Park Sung-ah's mother passed away in a car accident. So those two share that common bond with each other. Both of them have parents that have passed away, or someone very close to them that passed away, and they died in the same manner. So they're both talking about it. It's really emotional, guys. They're both crying. Such good actors. They're both crying their eyes out. And Park Sung-ah saying, you know, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, you know, that the Ajima passed away. It's not your fault that your mom abandoned you. It's not your fault. And, you know, she's saying, you know, it's not my fault, you know, that my mom passed away as well. Because for a long time, she was blaming herself for the passing of her mother. Just like Yeo Gook Dae was blaming himself for the passing of the Ajima. But, you know, they're like, she said, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. It's okay. And, you know, so they talk about it, they cry a little bit, excuse me, and Park Sung-ah goes to leave and the park, and she kind of turns around and comes back, and she kind of hugs him from behind, you know, and after that, they go back to the restaurant, they kiss and whatnot, and clothes start flying off, guys, and they end up making love or having sex, whatever, that night. They end up spending the night together. So the next day, the assistants come in. It's kind of awkward. The assistants come into work, and they find Yeo Gook Dae and Park Sung-ah downstairs having breakfast, because just like a good man should do, after you spend the night with them, you make the girl breakfast, of course. Make her breakfast, right? Just do it. So, you know, he's got all this breakfast laid out and whatnot. So, you know, she sits down to eat, and the assistants come in. They're like, they're like shocked to see them together. But what they're in about is that she's just sitting there in a shirt, in his shirt. She has on no pants. She's just sitting there in his shirt. So she runs off and runs to the back to get some clothes on and whatnot, because it's kind of awkward. It's kind of cute. Of course, the assistants, they end up teasing Yeo Gook Dae about it, you know, and everything. In the meantime, Wifey, who is close with the assistants, Wifey calls or texts one of the assistants and says, you know, my restaurant is opening today. Would you come to the opening? And they end up going to the opening. Yeo Gook Dae, of course, does not go to that opening. Just the two assistants go. And they have a little conversation in a chat. And Wifey asks about Yeo Gook Dae. And one of the assistants spills the beans and says that, you know, the two of them spent the night together. And they were all lovey-dovey and having breakfast the next day and blah, 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 blah. And of course, Wifey, the look on her face, if looks could kill, I'd be a dead woman right now, because she was looking like, oh my goodness. I mean, flames were coming out of the side of her face. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. She was not happy about that information. So, Wifey calls Yeo Gook Dae. Yeo Gook Dae doesn't answer. the phone. He kind of ignores it. Wifey calls Park Sung-ah. And Park Sung-ah's like, why are you calling me? I don't want to talk to you. Don't ever call here again. And Wifey says, I want to meet with you. And, of course, Park Sung-ah's like, no, And Wifey goes, are you sure you don't want to meet with me? I have some information to tell you. So then we cut to the next scene. And this is where it gets kind of good right here. Park Sung-ah walks to the meeting place. She does not see Wifey. She sees Yeo Gook Dae sitting there. She's like, well, what are you doing here? And, he's like, I'm here to meet with, Wifey. And she's looking kind of confused a little bit because she's there to meet with Wifey too. She thought it was just going to be her and Wifey. She was not expecting him to be there too. Then Wifey appears. So now we have all three sitting at a table. We have Wifey, Yeo Gook Dae, Park Sung-ah. And Wifey starts to talk and she says, Yeo Gook Dae, do you really want to know why I left you? Why we broke up? Do you want to know the reason? I'm about to tell you. Just listen. And I think she told Park Sung-ah something. We don't know this, but I assume she told her something because Park Sung-ah was looking kind of like dumbfounded and like she knows something. She knows the reason why they split up. She just didn't say it. And I know that Yeo Gook Dae had, wanted her to leave, kind of grabbed her by the hand and said, let's go. But she was like, but she didn't move. So, yeah, she knows something. She knows something. But that's how this drama ended. This episode ended, at least, with Wifey saying, listen, I'm about to tell you the reason why I left you. All right? So, that's it there. And I can't wait to hear this reason. I don't know what the reason is. It could be, I think it's just cold feet. Maybe she got scared. Or maybe... does she have a little man on the side? I don't know. Could be. She could have had a little man or a little boyfriend or whatever on the side, or it could be just cold feet. Who knows? But I will let you guys know in the next episode, because wow, this will be episode 13. Yeah, my goodness, we're almost done, guys. I need a new drama to watch, so I'm trying to find another one to watch and review. But if you know of any that you want me to review, leave that comment down below. And speaking of comments, guys, if you're watching this drama, don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's chat about this, all right? Thank you to my new and my old subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. I see you guys out there. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Do all three. They're free for crying out loud, all right? And I'll talk to you guys next time. Kamsahamnida. And you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and please click the link to watch my latest video.